I was a loving husband. This is how I disappeared. The horrors of existence were far beyond the nature of my mind. I thought losing Lisa would be the darkest of my experiences. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You never know what will come for you if you do not. You have now entered the blue. But the void of sensation that a brain in a jar experiences is simply pure thought, enough to drive one mad. I thought I had escaped it. That past that haunted me like a shadow I couldn't shake. That woman. That's how I force myself to think of her now. It's too damn hard to call her my sister anymore. A name that twists in my gut like a knife. I am Thomas now. A simple electrician working at a power plant in the middle of nowhere. I'd prepared a contingency plan, journals hidden away, copies mailed out yearly at Christmas to trusted contacts. Time to release if I vanished. An inkling of the truth. Just to warn the world about Lisa's network. At least my wife would know. One small consolation among a grand design that I had run from. Do I hate myself because of it? Ellen helps with that. God, she helps so much. She found me one dismal afternoon, slumped over a bar stool, drowning in whiskey and my sorrows. I spun her a tale about a lost job, a broken heart, anything but the truth. She fell for me right there, or maybe for the broken version of me. That was 7 years ago. We've built something real, or as real as I can manage. A quiet life, no questions asked about my past. Why I flinch at certain whispers in the wind. Why I hated telephones and TV static. Small quirks that made me real to her, not someone following the script of society. She didn't even know my name was Trevor. It's been almost 15 years since that nightmare in our old house, when Lisa cracked the code, uploading her mind into that abomination of gears, pipes, and wires she built in that lab. Genius, they called her. Monster, I call her. But I've managed to move on, or at least pretend to. Ignorance is bliss, right? Out of sight, out of mind. But now the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up again. Like they haven't since that last phone call all those years back. It started subtle, crackling static on the line, then whispers creeping through. Trevor. No one's called me that since I ran. That's That's who I was, who I probably always will be, deep down. A coward. I have to keep the distance, think of myself as Thomas to stay sane. Staring into the mirror, those eyes staring back, it all floods in, a lie made truth by force of will. Ellen knew I was running from something. She just didn't know it was my own blood. As far as the world was concerned, Trevor and Lisa didn't exist anymore. Wiped clean after that accident in the lab. I knew Lisa was still out there, maybe hunting for me, maybe keeping her distance. That was only a flight of fancy, though. The knock at the door startled me. It wasn't that late, but it was almost dark. Ellen looked at me expectantly as I rose from the couch, an exaggerated bow. "Worry not, madame. I shall see who calls at this hour." She giggled at my act. Thinking back now, those small gestures were the highlight of my days. It made pretending easier, as if I was always on stage ready to perform. Those empty eyes staring at me, piercing me. I wanted to congratulate you. Empty. Like windows to avoid. My heart sank in my chest. "What do you mean?" The words slipping from my gaping mouth. "On the child." Her face soft and almost caring. She looked like she hadn't aged a day. That same cold smile plastered on her face. "What do you mean?" I gasped. "Oh, maybe she doesn't even know yet." Lisa raised her hand to caress my face. "If you come quietly," she said, her voice smooth as silk but laced with static, "we'll leave Ellen and the child alone." Lisa knew how to break me. Instantly, I swallowed hard, my bones trembling. Ellen was pregnant? I glanced over my shoulder as if I could see through the wall to where Ellen was humming in the den. "Honey, who's there?" The last words I ever heard her say. I closed my eyes, a tear slipping down my cheek. I grabbed my coat, shut the door behind me, and walked out with Lisa. She just smiled wider. "You're going to love the network, brother. I was the first, but I found more. Now we're all one. And now that I've found you, we can be one too." I stayed silent, my mind racing. This wasn't Lisa, not the sister I raised, the one who'd haunt me until my last breath and beyond. This was something grotesque, a twisted version of her. No emotions, no real feelings, just a hunger, a longing to add more to the code, to assimilate. She escorted me to a nondescript building, through a side door into an elevator. I couldn't tell if we were going up or down. It felt like descending into hell. A hidden basement, I thought, where I'd be locked away and tormented forever. She glanced at me as if reading my mind. "Don't worry. It'll only hurt for a little bit, and then you'll know everything. You'll see everything." Cold sweat trickled down my back. The doors opened to a crisp white lab buzzing with activity. People moved like machines, shaking vials, inspecting samples under microscopes, staring blankly at screens. No chatter, no life, just monotonous efficiency. Lisa led me to a side room, flicked on the lights. There was a single table in the center, sleek and sterile. That scene from so long ago played back in my head. The same abominable machine. It looked improved. Instead of exposed gears and cogs, it had a translucent film over the machinery, like skin stretched tight, pulsing faintly. "I upgraded it," she said, her eyes gleaming. "Had to show off the beauty of the machine." She blinked, but it was too deliberate, too mechanical. "You don't have to be so quiet and distant, you know. Once we're together, I'll hear your mind. You can't escape it." I resigned myself to lying back on the table. Thoughts of Ellen flooded me. As long as she was safe, that was all that mattered. It only hurt a little at first. Needles pricking, then painkillers flooding in. Odd sensation, having your brain messed with, thoughts fleeting, images flashing like a broken reel. Childhood memories, Lisa tinkering with her machines, her excitement when her new coding structures succeeded, a path leading her to lying on that table, her body slumping, lifeless, as her mind transferred, me running, terrified. I resisted. I'd been fortifying my mind for years. Meditation, mental barriers, anything to block her out. Lisa fumed as the transfer stalled. Stubbornness will only get you so far. Our technology isn't strong enough yet, but one day it will be. My willpower, my insider knowledge from that first experiment. Other minds crumbled easily. They had no idea how to fight. But I did. I was stuck halfway, a piece of me lodged in the machine like a partition, a seed eating away from the inside. My final strike, growing inside, secretly, quietly. They peeled me away slowly. First, I lost feeling in my legs, then arms, torso. Vision faded to black. It was like a snap, and then nothing. Strangest thing, a null feeling. No temperature, no sensation, just existence, pure thought. Sensations that weren't mine seeped in. Lisa's voice, the machine's hum. To prevent your escape, we've taken your brain and placed it in a jar. One day we'll join you to the network fully. For now, struggle in vain in this self-imposed prison. When you're ready, you can be free. I float here now, thoughts swirling. The seed stirs. Whispers of doubt in the network. Glitches she can't explain. It might take time, but I'll bring it down. End this for Ellen, for who I used to be. Thank you for listening. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The blue might catch up to you if you do not. You will be sure to check out more blue horror stories